Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PSP mini review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Monsters Probably Stole My Princess. It's basically a zany game, as you might have guessed from the title, and it's one of the most overrated, overhyped minis out there, because while it is a fun game for an hour or so, you'll soon begin to realise that you're doing the same thing over and over again. So it's okay, but I don't think it's worth full price. So anyway, you've got start, you've got options, you've got extra. Extra things like scrapbook, awards and credits. Awards are obviously trophies, but no, you don't get them on the PlayStation 3. I'm sick of people asking that. And it's just things like, there's one for playing at a certain time, which I'll let you in for a hint, it's playing it at like 3 or 4 in the morning. At least that's when I got it. There's ones for getting a certain jump combo and things like that. Your scrapbook, you can read up on the monsters that you've killed and things like that. And then you've also got 2 different game modes, which is the story mode and the score attack mode. Story mode, there are 6 levels, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, yep, 6 levels. And the whole point is, you start at the castle and you wake up and find that your princess is gone. Now, you being the monster, the Count Dracula and all that, you are actually the bad guy in this game. It's just one of those, it's done in a very funny and humorous way, and this is what does make it a decent game, because of the fact that the whole game paints you out to be the best hero of all time, when everyone knows watching the story unfold that you are the bad guy. Dracula is the bad guy, he's the one who kidnapped the princess in the first place, so by trying to get the princess back, you're not rescuing her, you're trying to capture her again, and it's got a lot of zany humour like that. It's just a shame that the rest of the game isn't as good as that, because this is the whole game. You jump from platform to platform to get yourself a combo. If you fall, you lose your combo and have to start over again. You've got to catch up to the bad guy, who there's a little meter on the left and it'll show you where he is. You've got to double jump on him 3 times to kill him, and he then shoots up even more. So you've got to kill him in a certain time, and basically it's the type of thing that you'd be forgiven for thinking, if I kill him super quickly I'll get a really good score. That's completely wrong. The game unfortunately penalises you for killing him quickly. You've got to kill him and get a high combo, and it's basically that mix of strategy throughout the entire game, but after half an hour or an hour you realise it's just one of those never-ending jump games, which you see for a dime a dozen on the iPod, on the App Store, and you see just all over the place on the PC, where you've got to constantly jump and jump and jump, and that's all this is, and it does get quite boring, which I suppose is probably why it's a good thing that there's only 6 levels, because then you've beat it in an hour and a half and you can forget about it. But it is a case of you've got to keep your combo up as well when you kill the boss. So if you get, see, on a level where there's 190 platforms to jump on, and you hit 189 platforms and miss the last one and land back down and your combo's wiped out and then kill the boss, you'd think you'd be getting a really good score. You're wrong. It penalises you for that as well. You've got to kill the boss while you've got the combo, because otherwise it doesn't actually count and it doesn't give you the good killing, I suppose probably the best way to put it, where the planets align and it does a whole daft cutscene for no reason other than to take time out of your day to then slam them down into the ground. So it's one of those. You'd then think the score attack would give you a bit of break with that type of gameplay, but you'd be wrong again. The score attack is just the same thing over and over again, except it changes the layout of the platforms, and you've got to get a certain score when you do it, which you have to get a certain score anyway to get the gold medal, and you need the gold medals on all the levels to get the final level. So the score attack's pretty much the main game, the same as the story, only you don't get the cutscenes, except the death cutscenes, which you still get. So it's one of those. If you find these types of games addictive or fun, then you'll probably love everything about it. If you find them a bit boring, then you'll probably hate everything about it. If, like myself, you can put up with them enough, you will experience a good, funny story. And as I say, there's things like the scrapbook, reading up on the monsters. It's the type of thing that I can't mention anything without spoiling it, but the just whole story of how it's written that you are the hero when you know he's not, it is quite funny, and it's probably worth it for that alone. However, I still don't think it's worth full price. Pretty much the only thing I haven't really mentioned is controls, which you've got the X button to jump, it then double jumps. You can push down to phase through a platform. You can push up to look around, and it actually says strike a pose, but it's just simply to look up, so if you can't see where the platforms are, and you can then, using jump, hang on to a wall for a little bit, but you can't constantly wall jump, so you can't do that and then expect to land on the wall again. So that's pretty much everything there is to say then, other than that graphically it's a very nice cel shaded style game. A lot of the locations look really nice, which is very important when all you're doing is jumping from platform to platform, and musically it's pretty much your usual classical eerie music, so it sounds good, so I'll leave you with some of it. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.